This will be a fun intro to a video. I want you to think about some stuff. Try to guess where all of this feed is headed today. Try to guess where all of this feed is headed. Look at the variety of feeds here. And we have two choices, two options. I'm a Survivor or Longhorn Lester's. The only two options. We have mealworms, and then we have mealworms, beetles, and flies mix. That should be one hint. We have horse feed. You see rabbit pellets. There's some scratch grains. Where do you guys think all this is going? I didn't show that one there for a reason, because that would have been a giveaway. And friends, Lester was wrong about something. And I'll tell you exactly why I came to this conclusion in a couple of minutes. But first of all, let me show you. All right, so old Ben has come over to help me work at Longhorn Lester's. You can't help, Beverly. She's happy to see you, Ben. What I told Ben is that when we had those guys come out and do all of our tree work, they didn't really cut our stumps down low enough to where I can mow. I have to get a stump grinder, I guess. So all of this has kind of grown up into just a patch of all kinds of stuff, Ben.
This is a sweet gum.
That's a sweet gum?
This is a sweet gum. That's a,
How do you know all this?
See the sweet gum leaves? They look like marijuana leaves.
Well, I wouldn't know what marijuana leaves look like, Ben.
So sweet gums, these are the ones, so if anyone who's familiar to the American Southeast, you'll know what a sweet gum is. They're the annoying ones that drop those little burrs and you start.
Oh, I know an adult sweet gum. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But this is a sweet gum.
So Ben, so is this poison something over here, Ben?
I believe so. I don't know for sure.
I don't either. Well, Ben, if you will, so your job today is going to be taking the weed eater, Ben, and weed eating this section. Can you handle that?
Yeah.
You can handle that? Mm-hmm. And then once you do that, I will rent a stump grinder and come in here and grind all these stumps so I can actually, over time, make all of this just become a part of our yard and our landscaping. Ben, whatever you do, do not come over on this side and do not fall over the edge. Have you seen the edge? Yeah. I love looking over this thing. I love looking over. There's a heck of a drop down. You wouldn't want to fall down that thing, Ben.
Nope.
So I will let this here serve as a before and after, and a before and after of you, because you're going to be a wreck when you're done with this. You do know that, right?
I'm sure I will.
Right now, there's no sweat. You're all groomed.
Well, not anymore.
This is going to be a mess, and so is Ben. And guys, we will call that a day. Ben, nice work. So, you got your glasses on. I didn't have any safety goggles for him, and he had to wear his sunglasses to do his weed eating. So,
They're only $5 at Walmart.
I appreciate you, Ben. That looks a whole lot better. Baby, I'm trying to make a video of the babies in the splash pad. So this is little Sue. Oh, Sue. Hawk, you scared Sue, buddy. So Sue and Tat are having a little game. Charlie still has a little bit of a hobble. He's not able to play the games they're playing right now. But I just came over and turned on the splash pad, and Sue was making her way over there towards it, and then Mr. Huck walked up and all hell broke loose. Ah! That's what you get, Huck. Huck has no fear. Look at Huck. He has no fear. Huck stands his ground. He's the leader, y'all. He wears the bell. Huck is like right there amongst all of them. Even Tat's trying to scare Huck away, and Huck's not leaving. Huck is not going to leave. If there might be food involved, Huck's going to stand his ground. And I'm not feeding right now, Huck. I am not feeding right now. Oh my gosh, have y'all ever seen a goat? Oh, you can't help but love them. God bless them, y'all. God bless them. God bless them. God bless them. God bless all y'all. Now, Tat's going to make his way over to the splash pad, followed by Sue. All Tat wanted to do was have a peek. He doesn't like the water as much as Sue does, which is kind of funny because Carl doesn't like the water as much as the ladies here do. But Sue will certainly take advantage of a good splash pad opportunity, which is what she's doing now. Oh, heaven on earth, huh, baby? Heaven on earth. So we do have a splash pad to take up with us when we make our way to Oklahoma. She will be going along with her very own splash pad, which I know that'll be nice for her. She'll enjoy that. That'll give DJ and Daniel something fun to do with her as well. Let's see if Wanda's going to allow her to stay in the water while she goes to drink. Sometimes they can be mean to each other. Couldn't you just tell from their faces that they have the tendency to be mean? That's true, y'all. You can always tell from a face a tendency to be mean. Some people just look gentle and kind, and others just look rotten. Oh, Lord. Oh, well, Tat got in there too. Tat's like, this is not so bad. I'm digging it. Baby, I'm really making a video here. There we go. No matter how much bigger they're getting, I really could just sit and watch them all day. They're just such an intriguing animal to sit and watch. And that was out of nowhere. I don't know if Debbie gave them some kind of a signal to up and go, but for some reason at the same time, they just up and go. Whenever they're wet, you can see the size difference between them. Look how much bigger Tad is than Sue. So I think now would be a good time to tell you guys about some future plans here. And as a matter of fact, in this same video, we'll be having a McCoy's delivery show up. And I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen with it. So I already have some area marked off. And friends, Lester was wrong about something. And I'll tell you exactly why I came to this conclusion in a couple of minutes. But first of all, let me show you this flag right here. This green flag that I put in the ground. We're going to continue on. We already have one, and we have two complete pastures that are the same size, the same shape. They are congruent in size and shape. And we're going to add another pasture starting here at this flag, and it's going to go all the way to that flag you see over there. From there, it's going to go across, still in complete shade, to that flag right over to there. And from that spot, up back to the fence over there. And we're going to actually make us a third ostrich. There goes Tat to tell his dad on somebody. That will make us a third enclosure for our ostriches. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, here comes all the screamers. This is going to be for one male and female. I'm guessing Carl and Debbie. This over here will be for a second male and female. I'm guessing Tat and Tina. And this spot here will be an eventual home to Wanda and Charlie. So what we will have over here are three adjacent pastures, all of the same size, the same shape, where we will in fact keep all of our ostriches. We're not going to send any of them back to I'm a Survivor. And if you're still sticking around and have not already gone to the comments to scream and holler at me, I'm going to simply say it, that this over here offers them their best life. Guys, the ostrich family are much happier here. They're much safer here. This is as close to a natural environment as we can possibly give them. This is their best forever home. There is shade. Guys, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I want you to notice all of the shade in all 3 pastures. The breeze that blows across here from the south feels nice and cool. Now, of course, it's still summertime, so it's hot, but it's not scorching hot. And so what we have over here is truly a place where we can offer these babies their best life. We will still be taking Sue at some point up to Oklahoma to become a member of the Arms family. And I'm sure she's excited about that. But even though we talked and had some other ideas, in reality, this over here, we didn't realize it until we got on here. We did not realize it until we actually got on here to understand how much better they're doing here than they were doing over there. There's no panting. They're not. No one is walking around panting from the heat. They're not panting from the heat. When it does rain, even though they don't like the shelter necessarily, they have plenty of protection from the elements here in the form of trees. And so we will do a couple of other adjustments and improvements. We'll probably do some kind of a loafing shed over on this side and another one over here. But I told Jamie, this is all a part of our yard that we're never really going to use for anything. We're never going to do any kind of gardening way down over through here. And it could be a lot better utilized by offering a forever home to Charlie and Wanda, and in fact keep the majority of the Ostrich family together. We will be taking Sue up to Oklahoma at some point once everything lines out for both of our families as far as that goes. But well, I'm glad to get that off my chest. It's been in the plans for a couple of days. It's going to be a 3rd pasture. So lots of neat opportunities for the Ostrich family. They'll all be able to find a spot to come together in that corner where they can all be close to each other. And then during those times of the year when the males are not competing and being mean to each other or me, we can open the gates. They can all just roam together. They all have access to all 3 pastures. So we're excited about that. It did not take much convincing on Jamie or Ellie or Jake, Bennett, even Lex. We all feel like they are better off here together. And despite the fact that there'll be a lot of folks who are not okay with that, it's at some point it comes down to who is the person who's with them 24/7, who's the person who spends the money on their vet care and on their feeds, who's the person who does all the fencing and all the maintenance on the fencing, all the yard work and the maintaining of the pastures, and that would be Lester. And so it's going to be an ultimate, it sounds mean, but an executive decision on my part. I've come down to wait for the McCoy's driver, and look who's followed me. Look who has followed me down. I think it's pitiful that they will not come down here on their own and do what little goats are supposed to do. And in case you're wondering where the fearless leader's at, y'all ready to see this? This is really cute. Look at our fearless leader. Look at our leader, Mr. Huck, being a sweet, sweet boy. So I'd like to show you this. We talked about the service gate. And so I'm about to get the McCoy's delivery. And sorry, I'm wiping the sweat. You guys know that our driveway entrance is 14 foot wide, but it's only 14 foot tall at the post. Then you come down another 2.5, 3 feet for the sign, And so we're barely over 10 foot there. And so most trucks won't fit down a driveway that low. So instead we have the service drive here. This is the one that goes up near the pond and then circles around back by the dam. And then you can come in there beside the yard. And that's the way I'm going to get the guy to come in to the property. Now, some guys don't want to. Some guys are afraid to drive their truck down that hill and then around the hill. So we, in that close to the pond. So there have been some guys unload right here and use a forklift to go all the way up. And then some guys will go ahead and drive it. And so it's up to the driver. We've had some guys drive it and some guys choose not to. But this is why we have a service drive. That's the way you do it right there. That's a good driver. That's a good driver. Come on around, buddy. And that's all there is to it. Just like that, friends. Y'all hear that noise? That is a tractor over there in that mysterious property. And I don't mean to vilify that guy, make him out to be the villain here or the bad guy, but I tell you what, I just don't know where that footprint came from. And now that I know we have neighbors who've been active on their property lately, it makes me wonder if someone didn't just want to walk around and have a little snoop and see what was up over here. And the thing is, the barn, I bet you they felt the barn was safe enough to look around, because obviously who's going to put cameras around their barn? Whereas they would not come stupid around over here because our cameras didn't pick up anything. I'm just saying, I hate to always think the worst in people, because in fact, I don't even know if that's man or woman, child, I have no idea. Old man, I have no idea. It could be the nicest guy out there. He could be as nice a guy as Miss Pat and Mr. David or Mr. Pete. But all I know is I found a barefooted footprint, and that has terrified me. I'm going home. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody good for the night? I gotta go feed the other babies, okay? There's a lot of other babies that need my attention right now, and I'm gonna go feed them. You guys gonna be fine till I get back tomorrow? I think that you're in good hands here, okay?
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.